My boss fired me for being too emotional at work. 6 months later, she begged me to come back. I walked into my final performance review already knowing I was getting fired. My boss, Katie, had spent months calling me too emotional whenever I spoke up in meetings. I discovered our company was stealing clients' money and I had the proof in my inbox. Katie sat across from me, her perfectly manicured nails tapping on my personnel file. Madison, you are just not a cultural fit here. Your emotions get in the way of rational decision-making. She slid a severance agreement across the table. 2 weeks pay if you sign today and leave quietly. I thought about the spreadsheets I'd found last month, showing our investment firm was charging clients hidden fees, sometimes doubling their costs without disclosure. When I brought it to Katie's attention, she'd laughed. That's just how business works, Maddie. Stop being so naive. Is this because I questioned the fee structure? I asked, my voice steady despite my racing heart. Her smile tightened. This is about your emotional outbursts. Remember when you cried after losing the Henderson account? I hadn't cried. I'd gotten angry when Katie took credit for my work on the proposal. I signed the agreement without argument. What Katie didn't know, I'd already forwarded the evidence to my personal email and scheduled a meeting with the state financial regulator for the following week. 3 weeks later, I was sitting across from 2 investigators explaining exactly how our firm had been systematically overcharging clients for years. They took copies of everything. Meanwhile, I started my own financial advisory business based on total transparency, all fees disclosed upfront, no hidden costs. I contacted a few former clients who'd always appreciated my emotional approach to their life savings. Within 4 months, I had poached 27 clients from my old firm, not by bad-mouthing them, but simply by showing people exactly what they were paying and what they were getting in return. Then, the regulatory investigation became public. The firm was fined $1.3 million, 3 executives were forced to resign, and suddenly my phone rang with a familiar number. Madison. Katie's voice was uncharacteristically soft. I've been promoted to interim CEO during this transition. The board feels we need someone with strong ethics at the helm. I almost laughed. Congratulations. We'd like you to come back as Chief Compliance Officer, double your previous salary plus stock options. She paused. Your emotional intelligence is exactly what this company needs right now. I glanced around my new office, the client testimonials on my wall, the team of 5 I'd already hired who shared my values. Actually, Katie, I am doing quite well on my own, but I'd be happy to consult for you at $500 an hour. I'll send over my contract tomorrow. There was a long silence. You are really not coming back. I am not emotional, Katie. I am principled. Here's the difference. After we hung up, my assistant handed me the day's client list. For it out being too emotional about people's financial security was exactly what clients wanted. And my little firm, the one built by a woman too emotional to succeed in finance, is now managing $40 million in assets. Sometimes getting fired is the best thing that can happen to you.